Kids like to be on TV. All right. As I said earlier, last night was Halloween. Big, big party night. A lot of you probably went to parties. I went to an amazing party. Max Weinberg, who's not with us right now, he's out touring, you know, with Bruce and the gang today. But I hooked up with Max last night because we're buds. That's short for buddy. We're friends. And Max Weinberg and I hooked up. We went to our announcer Joel's apartment, Joel Goddard's apartment. And we took a lot of pictures while we were partying last night. And I dropped the pictures off this morning at the little photo hut. And just before the show, I went to the photo hut, and the kid was like, "They're ready, man." And I was like, "Thanks, dude." And he was like, "Let's be buds." And I said, "What's that?" He was like, "Friends." Anyway, that's where I learned what that meant. Anyway, we got the pictures back. I thought it might be fun to look at these together tonight, rather than just sharing them, you know, just keeping them myself. Let's all look at these photos in a little segment I'm going to call Halloween Party Photos. Won't this be fun? Thanks. Now, these are great photos. Joel hosted the party this year at his apartment on Manhattan's Lower East Side. That's a swanky place right there. That's a nice apartment. No, really, he's had it all done up by a hillbilly. Max and I arrived together. There we are. We're dating now, apparently. Max and I had brought our costumes to change into, but Joel was already dressed, and made me feel good. Yeah, it was terrific. I apologized to Joel, saying we'd change into our costumes right away. And Joel said he, too, was going to get into a costume soon. I just stared at Joel. And then I remember a promise I made to myself years ago: never ask Joel about his personal life. Joel then said, "Since it's Halloween, maybe we should give each other a treat." I said, "What do you mean?" He's a great photographer. He captured everything. And Joel said, "You know, a treat." I said, "No, I don't know. What do you mean?" Joel said, "Well, how can one guy give another guy a treat?" I said, "I don't know, Joel." Joel said, "Well, I think the way a guy can do it is to, you know." Then I told Joel I'm not gay. Joel said, oh, yeah, I know. That's not what I meant." Then he got this faraway look in his eyes. It was really uncomfortable. Luckily, there was a knock at the door. By the way, the three of us studied mime for 4 years, so... It was some trick-or-treaters. Joel gave each of the kids a homemade sponge cake. I gave them each an authentic 17th century grandfather clock. And Max handed out autographed headshots of himself. The kids then all gave Max the finger. One kid even ripped up Max's picture right in Max's face. Max then called the kid a little bastard. And the kid said, "That's right, I am a little bastard. I'm your illegitimate child." Max then quickly slammed the door. And then made us promise not to tell anybody. So we all decided it was time to get into our costumes. I dressed up as Dracula. Max dressed up as the world's biggest baby. And Joel dressed up as Christina Aguilera. Then we decided that since it's Halloween, we should try to scare each other. Max told us a scary story. Which really frightened me. Joel made a scary face. And I showed him I can swallow my entire arm. We're selling those in the lobby, by the way. So we all decided let's just move on and play a game. Joel said we should play his favorite bobbing for alcohol. He went first and got a beer. Max got a bottle of Manischewitz wine. And I got an economy bottle of Jack Daniels, which I then promptly started chugging. Max then said, hey, this Jew wine is pretty good. Then he said, hey, let me try some of yours. But I said, no way, finders keepers, and I finished the bottle off myself. Just then, there was a knock at the door. It was someone in a devil costume. I said, hey, look, everybody, it's the devil, or as he's known on Earth, Michael Bolton. Then he took off his mask to reveal he really was Michael Bolton. He then punched my eye out of its socket. So Max and Joel stepped in and said, you can't fight all of us. Michael Bolton said, I don't have to fight, I can sing. He then unleashed the most horrific ballad we'd ever heard, and it was the scariest Halloween we ever had. Happy Halloween, folks. I hope you had a good one. It was a good time. All right, folks, take a little break. When we come back, Eric McCormick's here. Stick around.